Hey guys, Heavy Arms 45 here. Yep, it's time for another honest opinions. Trying to get through this before the end of December. Kind of wish I was talking about something else sometimes. But I promise I will try to have this done before the end of the year. And if I do on the way I'm talking about doing it, I probably will have it done before the end of the year. Not before Christmas, but before the end of the year. Yay! So this is going to be my IJKL honest opinions. The title is different from what all that just said, but yeah, I through L honest opinions. Let's go. Okay, starting off, we're going to have a newcomer to the block. It's called I Stand on a Million Lives. It's I wouldn't consider an isekai because isekai is usually given to those who where you're sent to another world and you have a harem. Yes, he's sent to another world, but he's not technically a harem. It's him and right now three other girls, but they don't seem really interested in him. They just seem to be trying to figure out how in the world can they make it through this. I'm not gonna try and spoil anything about this show, but like I said, it's kind of like Isekai where you have him and a group of girls, but it's not an Isekai because none of them care about him. They're all kind of stuck in their own heads because they have their own issues in their own world. Like all four of them are from the regular world, but this being with no top of his head sends them to this other world to do missions. Then after they finish the missions that he wants them to do, he kicks them right back to where they were before. So it's kind of like, you know, yeah, we get to go home at the end of all these, but they can be stuck in this world for weeks and go back home, and it's the same day they left, just about the same hour they left, probably even the same second they left. But I stand on a million lives is fairly interesting. Um, the next one after that is another newcomer. Well, it's a newcomer to me. It came out this year and it's called Infinite Dendrogram. It is a show in a way kind of like um Sword Art Online, to where you have a group of people. Well, you have people going into a virtual world, and the thing that makes us that's supposed to make them special is that this place is supposed to be um a place of infinite possibilities. Basically, it's like saying that someone built a computer program that you literally have no limits. It is the idea of what I would say will happen in Pathfinder or most role playing games that you have that are not digital, where you're talking with your friends. You have infinite possibilities. Anything can happen because you know you're building a story as you're going on. And in a way, this game is supposed to be making its own story that kind of flows with the people that live there and the AI that they have there. But the AIs are basically unlike other games where if an AI dies, it can just come back because they don't really have any. There's no cost of them dying, kind of like how in a regular PC character is. These people, if they die, they're dead for good, and the player characters, if they die, they have a three uh 3 day ban. Well, a 24-hour ban in real life of their time in the game, which equates to about um 3 days in game. So if you play this game, you lose I mean, 3 games, 3 days worth of playing just because you died in game. Um, but I do like Infinite Dungeon Ground. It is the bare minimum stuff of what you'll consider in a show, because the whole show is all about this one person not being just a uber character, but just he overcomes a lot of stuff, and he's constantly upgrading. Where um, it's interesting. That that's the best way to put. And I feel like a lot of ones I'm starting off with are shows that are all about the um all about new stuff that came out this year. Because the next one after this is, and this came out last year, and tail end of last year, Ishizuko Reviewers. Or, if everybody else knows the name, Interspecies Reviewers. One of the most, I can't even explain this one right in my mind. It is one of the craziest animes that you could watch. Um, it's all about a group of adventurers who go around and um basically, and this isn't me even um make giving up the surprise of this world. The whole world has a little bit of it has just every female race has, because they have all the races you would see in a fantasy game, and each one of them has just a little bit of succubus blood in their bloodline. So all of them have like brothels dedicated to their specific race. You have one that is dedicated to, I want to say, dryads, because all of them are some form of mushrooms. You have one that's literally made up of succubus, one made up of not, well, there was zombies, cowgirls with big boobs, elves, humans, like just about any race you can think of when it comes to fantasy. Interspecies viewers basically um they sleep with them, and then they explain to the audience what did they enjoy about it and what they didn't enjoy about it. And the reason, of course, why it's called interspecies review, because they review it for other people so they can go off and see have sex with these different species. It's funny, it's hilarious. I would not I would not want to be in that world. It is so wrong. But it is funny to watch. This is not for kids. I just have to clarify this. This show is not for kids. I said that accidentally about one last time. This one definitely is not for kids. Do not let your kids see Speedy viewers if they are not of the right age. If they are of the right age, they might enjoy this. Um, yeah. Um, Another new one that came out last year that I can't wait for the second season is Ite no wa le no mo de. Okay, I am terrible at that name. Most of y'all will probably know that one as I hate taking damn, so I put all my points into defense. I am a lover of Maple, not in a pedophile type way, but in a way of Maple's character is so hilarious. Her character is like accidentally the best character in the game who doesn't try to be the best character in the game. It's like no one has ever thought about putting all their points of defense. Why? Because most people want a balanced character. But somehow, being so pumped up with defense, she has made herself into a character that is almost unbeatable. Um, she took down. in some cases, clans of people on her own. Maple is not someone that is um she's not stupid, but she's not game savvy either. That's why she put all her points into defense. She just like, I don't like take them, so I do it. And from that point on, it gave her advantage because no one expected that, and she just constantly keep finding ways of boosting her character up. I am waiting till the second season to see how she's gonna boost herself up more. She has okay. This is it. I know I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, that, and she has a bunch of loyal friends that all they're not broken like her, but she does make it to where the rest of her team wants to be good too. Because if you're on a team of somebody who is that unstoppable, you want to make sure that you're on not on her level because she's crazy, like literally her character's crazy. You know, you want to be somewhere where it's like, yeah, if I'm be hanging around her, I need to at least be able to do this. Like, okay, powers that you will see during the time Maple's on there is you'll see them having to make stuff to like, okay, this is able to pierce through the fence. Why do we do it? Just because Maple. Because the first tournament they had Maple in, she won hands down without even moving. Like, because she has such a high defense, she put nothing in speed. So she literally is as slow as a turtle. And so instead of trying to chase other people down, she just let them come to her. And she slaughtered them on her own. And the rest of her crew, when she meets them up, they're not slouches either. They actually have skills too. But she still has a lot more. Like, she is so bad that they consider her a secret weapon in one of their situations, which everyone knows about her because they show this. Because the game is like playing Accelerated World, Sword Art Online, Infinite Dendrogram, but the game is so much. The game for her is so they each time they have like some kind of tournament or something, they show off stuff, and each time they have to show what Maple did, so everyone knows what Maple has done during the term, but they don't know what she does during her downtime, which is what gets most people in trouble. If you watch this, I would want to guarantee that you will love it. You will love Maple. You will love Maple's friends. The show is, I mean, the episodes are fast. They're to the point. There's not like a lot of layover time where you're waiting to see what's going to happen. Um the next anime that I have is Jibaku Shonen Hanako Kun. Okay, this one came out about the same time Maple did, and I probably just butchered that name because I am not a. You can tell I say I'm a black guy in several videos. I am not a avid Japanese speaking person, so I will probably butcher a lot of these names, and I am sorry for that. But Hanako-san is about a school, and the school has several different um, rumors of different ghosts that's around there. And one of the ghosts that was supposedly there is this boy named Hanako-kun, and Hanako-kun supposedly lives in the bathroom, lives in the girl's bathroom. They believed it to be a girl, but you come out to find out in like the first episode is a boy, and it's about him going through and um fighting other, I won't say the other 13 spirits of the school. Like if they get out of line and stuff like that, he takes care. And most of it's done with the help of his assistant that he gets, that he really cares about. But at first look, you don't think that he really cares about her, but he does. He's always protecting her. But Hanako is interesting show. Yeah. And like I said, all the ones that I've done right now, I stand on 1,000 Corpses, Infinite Dendrogram, Interspecies Reviewers. I don't like taking damn, so I put all my points into defense. And Hanako-kun is their new upcoming shows. So um, I did enjoy watching Hanako-kun, but I'm I'm wanting to see how it's going to go, because with each one of these you get your 13 episodes, and the 13 episodes is kind of like a taste to see if we like hooked you in. So there was a lot of questions at the end of what I've seen of Hanako, that I hope that they get to and clear up what's going on there. So yeah. The next anime is Jigoku Shoujo, and I don't know what that means, but I can tell you what the English name of it was. The English name of it is Hell Girl. Hell Girl is about a girl named Ai Enma. Ai Enma died back in, I want to say, feudal Japan, because she was believed to be a witch, I want to say. So, as she's been dead, she has been the person to help exact people's revenge. And by exacting revenge, I mean um, she goes to high school students. And, well, just about anyone, really. But a majority of the people, it seems like, is high school students. And what she has her own crew of people that help her that are also spirits. And what she does is this: someone has a problem. If they want to get in touch with Hanako, I mean not Hanako, I they will go onto a website at specifically midnight, and only those who have a deep grievance will actually be able to get onto her website. A page will come up where it will ask for the name of the person that you wish revenge on. As soon as you put the name in, I will come into your room, no matter where you are. Wherever you do this at, she will come to your room. She will offer you a uh, black doll with a red thread around its neck. And she will explain to you the rules of it. She was like, when you pull this red thread, the person that you have a grievance against will be punished and sent to hell. And on the moment when you die, you too will go to hell. So it's a win-lose situation in that case. Most people do pull string. I think there was one person who didn't. And after she didn't, she regretted it. Um, a lot of them, it doesn't help their situation. Like there was one girl who she was bullied by a group of girls, and so she had I come to her. I gave her the doll, and she pulled it. And once you uh, pull the string, you see the person that they punished, whichever, because literally before she takes them, she tortures them for a while, reliving the grievance that the person had against them. Oh, I also forgot. I comes in with her colorful kimono, um, after when she gets the call, flying in on her fiery chariot, and then she punishes them. And then she, when next time you see the tortured soul, I is on her on a boat, sailing down, I guess you could say the river Styx. I'm not sure, where the doors open up and she takes them to hell to be punished. And to the person who um was wronged, she basically has a looks like a little flame tattoo in a circle um on their chest that will be there until basically the day they die, to let people know that, hey, yeah, I made a deal. Which I feel will be weird when you're like, hey, you have the same tattoo I have. Like, if you're just walking through town and you see a woman with her shirt cut low, well, with a low cut shirt, and you see this tattoo on her, and you suddenly look at her and you think about it too, and you hear like y'all have a conversation, you realize, hey, you made a deal with her too, huh? And you realize both of y'all are going to hell because somebody grieves her. And in a way, that could give you some form of connection with someone. Y'all both knowing that y'all both are going to hell, and that you both had someone who bullied you, which would create a level of intimacy if you and this girl had found out that y'all had this connection, and maybe y'all make a relationship out of it, get married, and y'all both know that y'all don't see each other when y'all die because y'all know y'all going to the same place. That's kind of a morbid way of thinking of it, but oh well. The next anime, because I feel like I talked too long on that one, is Jujutsu Tosen. Okay, Jujutsu Tosen is a new anime that just came out. I think it's on its 10th, 11th episode now, and it is about curses. Apparently, each each angry idea that a human has will manifest into a demon in this story. And there was one person who had a deep demon power that had uh well, he either developed these, or I'm not sure how it goes, or I don't remember exactly how it goes, but this person had 4 arms and he had 20 fingers. And this boy apparently can eat his fingers and not be affected by them, cause even though they have very dark curse energy in them. So yeah, so it's a lot of um, you could call them demons that they call curses, that people are having to fight, that are literally tearing people apart and stuff like that. Um, it's not a bad show. I at first I was like, I'm not done watching it, and then someone suggested to me. I was like, okay, let me give this a chance. Let me see, and it actually was something that I decided to watch, and I'm still watching it until they get through with their season, and then we don't start. Which I think that's a brilliant way of doing it. They do their 13 episodes, then after 13 episodes up, they go into trying to show another group of stuff, because this stuff is all going in before January start, where I get my Dr. Stone back. I get my Promise Neverland. Oh, wait a minute, Attack of the Titans already back now. Yes, so glad to see it come back. Still somewhat confused, but can't wait. Um, the next anime that I have is Juice, or another the English way for it is Black Sheep. Watched a few episodes of this. And it's not because I didn't try to watch. I try to watch it. I have it in my library, but I didn't really care much for it. It's not something that it had action to it, but I just didn't care. And I feel bad about saying I just didn't care about the story, and so yeah, I didn't care, and I still don't care. Part of me wants to get rid of it from my library, but it's in my library, I'd be like, it's a part of me that like, hey, give it a chance. It's only 11 episodes, and part of me like, forget that. Just forget about it. Just don't even worry about it anymore. Yeah. Well, the next anime that I have is called Kill a Kill, and um, if you don't know what Kill a Kill is, because it's been on Cartoon Network. I mean, not Cartoon Network, but Toonami a few times. It's all about life fibers. People are wearing clothes that can transform into armors and fight each other with it. High school has been upgraded to an ultimate thing, just like in Food Wars and other ones, where like high school is the high point of most of these people's lives, and that's the same situation here. This school runs an entire city. Yeah, Hidoshi Academy runs this entire city, and they have levels to how good people are. And based on where your kid is in the school rankings, ups how your ups your style of living. Because that was one of the things that happened in one of the episodes. Like literally the main character mates up a club with her friend, and the more fights they win and the more successful they become, the richer their family get. Like they family originally was staying in a shanty house, and by the end they're living up there with like uh gold, I won't say gold teeth, and um not fancy clothes. They're no longer eating like scrap foods like they used to. They're eating well dined, delicious type foods that they just couldn't get enough of, and they just weren't the same people they were before. But yeah, and um if you're a pedophile, it's a great thing of watching a little girl with an outfit that's small enough to say that Sports Illustrated be like, dang, that's a small bikini. Um, the next anime that I have is I feel like I lost myself. Um, Konoyo no Hate de Kui Wu. Okay, I'm terrible at it. This anime is about a boy who finds a uh we'll call it a talisman that lets him see all the possibilities of stuff that can happen. Well, not see it, but rewind time to fix things that he feel has gone wrong. Um and it's it's an interesting show. Um because you see him trying to figure out ways of trying to make stuff just right for him. But his real goal is trying to find his dad, which out of the episodes I saw, he didn't really see. I'm guessing that because I've been looking and I have not seen any episodes continuing this, and I think I have like it's like 7 episodes maybe. Yeah, it's about 7 or 8 episodes, and out of those seven, uh, no, it's only six. Out of those 6 episodes, he doesn't find his dad. He doesn't find anyone that can help him find his dad. It's just him on his own, constantly going back in time, and uh, I cared, and some points I didn't care. I wanted to probably see the other episodes, see if it get any better than where it was at. It's one of those where I saw it one time, and after that, I hadn't tried to see it again until I talked about doing this. Talking about stuff in my library, I had forgot that this was there. I thought I probably had deleted it. So it's somewhat memorable and forgettable at the same time. Like when I saw it, yeah, I'm like, oh, I remember that. Um, the next anime that I have is Koyoko Siri, and it is anime about ooh, I'm trying to remember what it's about. And this sounds bad that I'm trying to remember. But oh yeah, this is also a newcomer. It's about a boy who um his family has like this ritual that they do that allows them to um how best way to say it? It allows them to see demons and to fight them. To not demons but spirits. And to the spirits, he is the ugliest, scariest looking thing they've ever seen. Because his family had this tradition of having you eat two different having a human eat with two different types of spirits. One was a mermaid and the other one I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was, and this happened right the same time. um I don't like taking damage, so I put all my points into defense and infinite dendrogram and all that stuff. um so he is fighting demons on his own, and then you have this girl who's kind of like the spirit queen or um medium, where she's kind of like the oh yeah, that's the name of this inspector. um and it's yeah, so she is the inspector and she speaks to the spirits in sorry, she speaks to the spirits on behalf of men, because she has to be the go between, because there are some things that need uh that needs to be taken care of. Like there was a murder that happened in one, and the spirit decided to block off like the water or something like that until they figure out what was going on. And so she the inspector talked to the spirit until finally she created an answer that made the spirit comfortable, I guess you could say. Even though the inspector knew that she was somewhat lying to her about some parts of it. Then the next part, another story that she did was trying to figure out about the spirit that was killing random people around town. And so, in like in the first episode, the inspector and the guy was talking about who ate the mermaid uh scale and something else. I can't remember what else he ate. I don't even know if they tell you that. Um Getting like she automatically keeps saying that she's his girlfriend. And they have been, and I'm using air quotes here, dating for a while. Cause she thinks she likes him and he tolerates her. Oh, and I forget about her little quirk. So that she could see into the spirit world. When she was a kid, I think she was left with the spirits, and they kind of did a trade off. She lost one leg and an eye, and where the eye should be at is her spiritual eye, I guess you could say, where she can see the demons and talk. I mean, spirits and talk to them, and the leg is just for the hell of it. So yeah, but she's very intelligent and she's also very young, or she looks very young, and it's It's a good show. It's less action, more psychological. It's a lot of psychological conversations between them. Well, not them, but her talking about how she's going to try and fix the situation. So she lets him get beat up because he's not going to die. Like one time, I think he got his head smashed in, and after that, all the blood came back to his head, and it like rewound. It looked like everything rewound and just went back to where it was. So all his blood comes back to his head, and he started fighting all over again. Um, the last one I have on my list for um this video is Love Hina. If you haven't seen Love Hina, you most likely heard of it. Love Hina is a harem anime for the most part. Even though he has an interest in only one girl on here, he he's trying to get into high school. So he's trying to get into this college. So he's put in to try and work be there, but he wasn't accepted. So he's trying to take the tests and get into the school. While that happens, he is asked to be the landlord to a uh, I want to say it's a boarding house in a way. And you come to find out that the boarding house is just full of girls. Everyone in there is a girl but him. So it's hijinks everywhere as he tries not to be seen looking at them, which he's not trying to look at them. But every time they turn around, it seems like he's a pervert because he's somewhere he shouldn't be at, where they have no clothes on, or they are just down to their bra and pants. And so, yeah, it's fun. Like one girl he actually do have an interest in, but she thinks he's a pervert. But it kind of goes sideways on that one because it's like even though she thinks that he's looking at her, they still start a relationship, and most of it's because he thinks that she's a girl from his past that left when they were kids, and he thinks that uh she came back and that's her. Um and for the most part when it comes to Love Hina, I know there's a second season. I can only remember seeing the first season and I enjoy watching it. I just haven't had time to watch the second season. Um but it is something fun to watch. And like I said, the relationships developing between everybody. And I think I have seen parts of the second because I think in the second one, like someone who's like his um sister or something like that comes there and starts flirting with him. So you know how animes are. Well, some animes are. Not every anime has a kid sister that is kind of interested in her brother, but there's a good amount of are people who um like they've been saying their whole life that they're this person's sister, and you come to find out they're like their cousin, which in America is not any better. But those are the animes for this time. Man, I hope we can make it through this, cause I don't, I don't want to be doing this next year. I want to be doing new videos for y'all that y'all might like, y'all might not like. I don't know. But we'll have fun. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.